Hello, dear students. This is Guru Prasad S, HOD of Mathematics, Sri Saptagiri Pre-University College. Now, we are going to deal a very important topic of your first PUC Mathematics, that is sequence and series. Sequence, sequence and series. Okay, now, my dear students, so before going to start the concept which are in sequence and series, let us know the weightage of this topic. So for the theory, so from this topic you will get 1 marks 1 question, so 3 marks 2 question, and 4 marks you will get 1 question. Totally you will get 11 marks from this topic. Even though it is 11 marks for the examination, this topic helps the other topics also, right? So this topic is very important to understand, and very important concept and topic to enrich the knowledge of other topics also, right? So from KCET part of view, KCET, that you will get 2 to 3 questions, and in JEE obviously you will get 2 questions. So this is about the weightage of this topic. So for the theory you will get 11 marks. In KCET either you will get 2 marks, so 2 questions or 3 questions, and in JEE obviously 2 questions. So look at that, how important this topic is. Okay, dear student, now understand what you mean by sequence. Sequence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, right? Now I am considering some of the numbers here. Just have a look on here. 2, 7, 9, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 10, and I can take 8. So 2, 7, 9, 3, 1, 4. Okay, now this is. Now I will ask a question here, dear students. Is it possible to remember smoothly the numbers of these elements? I can say that it is little bit difficult to understand and little bit difficult to remember this term smoothly. So what to do here? Now I can do something like this. I can arrange this in some way: 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma, just have a look at it. 1, 2, 3, I can take 4, I can take 5, I can take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a look on this. Or this can also be arranged like this: 10, comma 9, comma 8, comma 7, comma 6, comma 5, comma 4, comma 3, comma 2, comma 1. Now these two arrangements made easy to remember the elements. So the answer, now which one is correct here? So this is a wrong notation and this is a correct notation. So what you mean by sequence? Agare sequence ku idukku ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ? ನಾವು 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 number goes on increasing, so that this type of arrangement we call it as ascending order, and number goes on decreases here: 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. This type of arrangements what we call it as descending order anta kariತೀವಿ. Totally here what we did here, arrangement of elements in a definite order. This type of arrangement of elements in a definite order is called as a sequence. Agare sequence andre enu? Sequence is an arrangement of elements in a definite order. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಐದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್, ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ sequence is an arrangement of elements in a definite order. Definite order may be increasing or it may be decreasing ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Now ಇದನ್ನ ಅಳಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Now just have a look on here. Is this is a sequence? No, because there is no arrangement. Is this a sequence? Yes, because there is an arrangement. Is this a sequence? Yes, because there is an arrangement. Here arrangement of elements in an ascending order, here arrangement of elements in a descending order. Therefore these two forms a sequence, but this is not a forms a sequence. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. This is not needed now. Just have a look on here. Definition ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Sequence is an arrangement of elements in a definite order. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. Now this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, these are the elements which forms a what, sequence. Now it become a sequence, now it become a sequence. These are the elements, the element which forms the sequence, we call it as terms anta karitivi. The elements, understand this, the elements which forms the sequence, which forms the sequence, the element which forms the sequence are called terms, are called terms. Okay, now just have a look on here. If I consider only this sequence, now it is not just only arrangement, now it become a sequence. Sequence anta karkobodu ನಾವು, ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Now here the element 1 is called first term, that can be written as A1. So A1 represents what, first term of the sequence. Now this 2 is called as second term of the sequence, denoted by A2. 3 is the third element, that can be taken as A3. Fourth term A4, fifth term A5, sixth term A6, so on 10th term is what, A10. Got my point? Suppose if I consider like that, 1 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9 comma 11 comma 13, this also a sequence, it has some definite arrangements. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ now tell me that what is the first term here? First term is 1, second term is 3, third term is 5, fourth term is 7, fifth term is 9, sixth term is 11, and seventh term is 13. So how many terms are there? 7 terms are there. The element which forms a sequence are called as what, term. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ if the sequence having, if a sequence having 100 term, how can you represent here? This can be written as A1 comma A2 comma A3, so on like that, A100. Sir, A1 represents what? A1 is the first term of the sequence, A2 is the second term of the sequence, A3 is the third term of the sequence, so that A100 is the 100th term of the sequence ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿನ ಜನರಲ್ ಫಾರಂ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅವನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋಣ? ಲೆಟ್ A1 be the first term of the sequence, comma ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. Just comma is to separate the terms, there is no other meaning. Comma is just to separate the term. A1 comma A2 is the second term, A3 is the third term, A4 is the fourth term, so on. The last term or general term or nth term of the sequence can be denoted by what? An. Have a look on this. This An is called as, agar ಏನಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ? A1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್, A2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್, A3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್, A4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ AN ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೆಯೋಣ? AN become the nth term ಅಂತ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. Or this can also be taken as last term. ಅಥವಾ this also we call it as general term. General term. So ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಹೆಸರುಗಳನ್ನು ಕರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So AN nothing but nth term of the sequence or last term of the sequence or general term of the sequence. This is called as general form. General form of the sequence. General form of the sequence. Understand? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ what is a general form of the sequence ಅಂದ್ರೆ A1, A2, A3 so on AN ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. What is the last term of the sequence or nth term of the sequence or general term of the sequence is taken as AN. So the ANs are, just have a look on this. ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈಗ as you know that AN is the last term or nth term or general term of the sequence. By knowing this AN, we can find out the terms of the sequence. Agare sir ಏನು sir ನನಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಕು sir, A1 ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Put n is equal to 1. When n is equal to 1, what you will get? A1. When n is equal to 2, what you will get? A2, second term. If you put n is equal to 25, what you will get? A25. So this is a 25th term, this is a second term, this is first term. Hagadre by putting the required term, that means n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, you will get the required term of the sequence. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ AN ನ ಜನರಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ n ಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ 100 ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ n ಗೆ 100 ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. 25th ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ n ಗೆ 25 ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Then you will get the required term of the sequence. Got my point? Once again I can recall it. A sequence is an arrangement of elements in a definite order. The terms which forms a sequence are the element which forms a sequence are called as terms of the sequence. The general form of the sequence would be A1, A2, A3, A4 so on AN. Here this AN is the nth term or the last term or general term. So if you have the general term or nth term of the sequence, we can find out the required terms of the sequence by putting different values for n. Now got my point? Okay, now I am going to write some of the sequence here. ಕೆಲವು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳ. Right? Okay, now just have a look on here. I can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on here 100. I can write the another sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on like this. Have a look on this. Feel the difference of these two sequences. This is a first sequence. This is a second sequence. In a first sequence, we have how many terms here? We have 100 terms. So 100 is finite or infinite? Finite. Here how many terms are there? It is not possible to say that. Hagare ಏನು sir? This sequence containing finite number of terms. Finite terms. This sequence having infinite terms. So this sequence we call it as finite sequence. It is a sequence, okay. This sequence having finite term, therefore this sequence is called as finite sequence. And this sequence having infinite number of terms, so that this sequence is called as infinite sequence. Hagare finite sequence ಮತ್ತು infinite sequence ಅಂದ್ರೆ definition ಏನು? A sequence having, understand my point, a sequence having finite terms finite terms is called a finite sequence and a sequence having infinite terms is called infinite sequence. Okay, just have a look here. Ega in other way we can define in other definition also, like that a sequence having countable number of terms is called as a finite sequence, and a sequence having uncountable number of terms is also known as infinite sequence. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, a sequence having finite terms is called a finite sequence, and a sequence having infinite terms is called a infinite sequence ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. So this is all about the sequence. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅದು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೌದು ಅಲ್ವಾ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ? The first thing is arrangements ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇದು between the term or every terms of that sequence should be separated by commas ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮಾ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we call it as a sequence ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೌಂಟಬಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್, ಆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ಕೌಂಟಬಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ we call it as infinite sequence ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. I hope you all understand the basic definition and concept of sequence, right?